We're going to start it off by profiling a missing adult as well as a missing child. We've got a gentleman in Richmond, Virginia, that is missing. Please contact the Richmond or Petersburg Police Department if you have seen or know the whereabouts of Michael Mayo Kirby. He has been missing for about 4 days. His car and his cell phone were found yesterday in Southside Richmond. If you have seen this gentleman, please call the Virginia State Police at 804-674-2000, 804-674-2000. Gentleman's name is Michael Mayo Kirby. Has been missing for the last 4 days. Also, we've got a missing child that we want to get into as well. Young Jahari Jalen Crow, family abduction. He's been missing since July 3rd, 2001. His date of birth is July 3rd, 2006. So he's now 5 years old and looks like he was taken on his birthday from College Park, Georgia. He's a black male, stands 3'1", 50 pounds, black hair, brown eyes. He was last seen and maybe in the company of an adult female relative, and they still may be in a local area or they may travel to New York. Jahari does have a scar on his abdomen, so if you see him, please contact the missing kids, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children at their website, missingkids.com, or please contact 1-800-THE-LOST at 1-800-843-5678. Please take a look at the photo that we'll have on the Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J fan page, as well as my personal page. And now we will go ahead and move on to the next segment. Carlton Banks is going to lead us. He wants to know, what do you think about it?
What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? In the golden age of marriage, back when people were sleeping in separate beds and things of that nature, the husband had to pay all the bills. At least that's what I'm told. Is that still the standpoint in today's time? Additionally, how many accounts should a married couple have? Now, in doing some research on this, I found Susie Orman, who is supposedly a financial guru, and, people do listen to her. She says that it's most common question she gets from couples. And from that standpoint, most folks would say that bill splitting should be 50-50. But Susie suggests that it's almost never that easy, and that for couples where the two spouses earn significantly different amounts, which would be most couples probably, splitting the bills 50-50 will almost lead to resentment and frustration. So from a fictional standpoint, partner 1 makes $7K, partner 2 makes $3K, household expenses total $3K per month. In that case, Susie would suggest that the bills be split 70-30 rather than 50-50. This way, each partner or spouse is responsible for an equal percentage of the bills. After all, paying $1,500 worth of bills is a 50-50 split, would drain the 3K earner a lot more than it would the 7K earner. My first thought, of course, is that there's roughly 4 couples that are making $10K per month and spending about $3K per month. Realistically, I want to split the bills 50-50, personally. I want to see it go straight down the middle. That's what I feel. But that's not always the case. Finances and relationships are a big thing. I mean, to me, that's the biggest thing than infidelity. That can cause a breakup in a marriage quicker than anything else, in my opinion. So what do you think? And I asked some Facebook friends, and some of them said that, that there should be at least 3 accounts. 1 joint, 2 individual. That way, that 1 joint account, all the bills are paid out of that, and from the individual accounts, you get to spend your money, and, you're okay with that. Other people say the man should say a very small percentage, and this is coming from the women, as a matter of fact, are saying that the men should be paying all the bills, especially the mortgage, because he's head of household. Well, I mean, really, does head of household dictate I have to pay more? You could be making more money than me. I mean, I personally like it if my wife made more money than me. That way she doesn't have to ask me for anything. Another person said this one is tricky. Having just gone through this, he believes that the man is head of the household and he should act as such. So, yes, he should ensure we have a place to stay and etc. Gets tricky because income levels may be different. And that's the kicker. Income levels are different between husband and wife. Just because the husband has a good job, the wife could have a better job. Really. Other people say just have one account. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something about that one account. When you get that one account and you go to get some money and no money in there, or that person done disappeared, you short.
Begging.
Yeah, you begging for real. You real short. I mean, really, I had one friend tell me that when it comes up short, something about to happen. And I ain't gonna say what she said directly, but it would be going in the tip jar as far as how she responded. Another couple reported that in their household, he works out of the home and makes all the money and pays all the bills. She, on the other hand, she's a housewife. So all she can do is basically do things around the house. She will grocery shop and paint and drop off the kids and do laundry. But, again, that's not bringing any extra income. That's still spending his income. I really and truly feel that two incomes is a beautiful thing. It's less stress on the other party, and splitting the bills, to me, is equal. When you said I do, they said of equal yoke. You're supposed to find a spouse of equal yoke. Not of a spouse who's going to spend every dime you got. All right? I mean, that goes both ways. Ladies like nice shoes. Men like nice shoes. I want the finer things in life. You want the finer things in life. Biggest thing is that there are no secrets in any type of relationship and any type of financings. One of the couples said 2 accounts, one checking, one savings, both of them are joint. The husband pays the bills. You should not have anything to hide, and when you get married, everything should be out in the open. Yeah, we can put everything out in the open, but still, I want to be able to spend some money. I don't want a hall pass like Ruben had. Well, Ruben doesn't qualify for a hall pass, does he, Marcus?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Nah. He didn't. Clink clink himself.
Yeah, he ain't clink.
Nah.
But he clink. Yeah. Hey, that's our next trip to South Carolina right there.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's our trip to South Carolina.
Can we go with you?
Can we go with you?
Blank
Well,
state.
I mean, for real.
Blank state. He don't want to hang out with us.
No, he don't want to hang out with us.
It's not my place
So
to
make it
say.
your
Make it your place.
That's not how I roll, man.
Man, whatever.
He sold out his boys.
Yeah, I'm serious.
What?
And getting back to this golden age of marriage, though, understand that the so-called golden age of marriage, many women didn't work, so they did get to stay at home, and that's the reason why the husband paid the bills. The time has changed. We live now is completely different. Couples need to start thinking in terms of we and us, and not you and I. Our money, his money. I used to have a girlfriend who said, "My money is her money is her money." And I'm like, are you serious? Really? Is that the case? Can we really be saying stuff like that to each other? I can't get that. It's not something I want to have to think about on a long-term relationship. But again, some people like to be spoiled, and I'm not that one who's going to spoil you personally. I can't. I don't want to spoil you. I mean, I will spoil you to an extent, but from a financial burden, no, I'm not about to spoil you. Plain and simple. So what is your opinion out there? Are you the one who wants the husband to pay all the bills? Are you the one who should say that there's a 50-50 split, or even a financial income split? What is your opinion? Give us a call, 804-726-3430. We're giving away some tickets to the third caller who comes in and gives us their opinion again. There's tickets to the Richmond Elite versus Portsmouth Cavaliers. This is basketball, ladies and gentlemen, not football, basketball.
Yes.
Being held Saturday, February 4th at the Highland Spring High School, 6 o'clock p.m. We got 2 tickets on behalf of Global Scale Radio. So, again, just give us an opinion. How many accounts should married couples have?
Well, it really does depend on the couple. Every single couple can make their own decision on what actually works for them. You mentioned that someone called in earlier and said that they should probably have at least 3, where everybody, each person in the couple has their own, and then there's one joint for the bills. I think that's fair. I think that's good. I think even though you come into the relationship, and make yourself one, you still might want to have a little bit of individuality there, because at one time you have one joint account and you don't know what the other person is doing, and you go to the gas station because you about 2 hours away and you try to get you some gas from that one account that y'all have, and the spouse, the other person, is up in the mall somewhere doing whatever it is that he or she may be doing, and you out of luck because they just had to have whatever that was. Yeah, you'll see why it's important.
You remember White Chicks? When you say that, there was a scene in White Chicks where Marlon or one of the brothers had gone and bought a dress, and the girlfriend was at lunch.
Yeah.
I bought a what?
Yeah, and you have no idea. You don't know. You don't know. So you make the one account be for the house, the family. You know, if you want to use that to go out to dinner and that sort of thing, then fine, y'all can discuss it. You know, but if you got, you know, a shoe fetish, or you have a porn fetish, or if you have a CD fetish, or if you like to go to football games, that sort of thing. You know, and I just, you know, I give those, you know, weird examples just kind of make a point. You can use your own money for that.
Right.
You know, because that one time that you go to the account and the money ain't there like you expect because you only got one, hey, that's kind of a you as a couple. That's a you problem as a couple.
It is.
I mean,
it is.
What you think? I mean.
Well, you know, Daddy and Mama Roo, you know, they did it the way I would like to do it. They had their own personal accounts, but they had a family account. The family account deals with the bills. Now,
so that's that joint account, though.
Yeah. Daddy Roo make more than Mama Roo. So, how they developed that, I don't know. I don't ask questions like that. Maybe when I get a wife and go through this, I may ask that question. But right now,
detox lady, he's on the market. He's on the market.
Yeah, but I don't have the right to ask that at this point. But my personal thing, you know, one, I'm not a control freak. Let me start out with that. However, if I
am.
But if I say, yo, we're going to put this money together and we're going to do it like that, I expect one or two things. One, at any time, either one of us should be able to go and figure and just look and see how much money is in the account. And two, my thing is, everything that happens, there is no debit card for that account. You have electronic bill pay on the computer. So basically, I can pull up anytime. Okay, we're good. Bills. That's all you pay from that. Bills. That's it. If I see a deduction of $200 and I don't know nothing about that and I ain't do it, you know, Mrs. Big Roo is going to get questioned. You know, same thing on my behalf. You know, but the biggest thing about that is if you don't have a debit card to that account, you just can't up and just take money. You know, and also, here's a control freak in Big Roo. Any checks that go out, 2 signatures. No question. My signature, her signature, it's a done deal.
Well, they have accounts where, you know, it requires you to have it to do a withdrawal, but you don't have to have that with a checking account.
Yeah, but I mean, my thing is, it would be to protect both of us. So she just can't up and roll out and take all the money out. Nah, 2 signatures.
I mean, I guess I understand that. I mean, there's certain when you get to a certain level, you got to have a certain level of trust, and trust that the person that you are with isn't going to rob you. Basically, you know. But then again, some people can't control themselves. So I guess I understand. You know, you see that thing, whatever that thing is that you have to have. Yeah. And you look in your purse or your wallet.
You ain't got it.
And you don't have it in your account, but we got it in the joint account. So I guess I somewhat understand the whole 2 signature thing.
I mean, because my thing is, you know, as far as percentages, I'll sit down and do the percentages, who put it in what, and everybody's cool. But my thing with that is, I would like to set up the online bill pay.
Oh yeah, that's a given.
So the online bill pay pays the bills.
Well, I mean, I guess if you want to do percentages, you know,
I don't mind percentages because I don't think it's fair to say
so
do it that way.
Well, let's use 100 as the pie, and let's say that, you know, one spouse, you know, makes 70% of the pie. And the other spouse makes 30% of the pie.
And that's what Susie Oldman says, the 70-30 split.
70-30.
Yeah, that's right.
She did say that.
So, all right. So all right, good. So
and I think that's fair.
That's fair.
You
but
know?
if you're of equal yoke, if you're of equal salary,
yeah,
you know, already one of those two parties is
paying more.
He's paying more. He or she is paying more because guess what?
Yes, right.
Insurance. Most companies pay for your insurance, so you're already taking more out of my check,
right? Yeah.
And I'm bringing home that much more.
But I guess what I'm thinking, I'm having somewhat difficulty articulating it, but that's just not something I want to fight about.
Well, no, see, I don't think it should be a fight.
I don't want to fight about money.
And I think, but see, the thing about it is, this is just me. Before I get in a relationship with a marriage with any woman, that discussion must be had.
Yeah.
You know, if she makes more than me, I'm cool with that.